Hi, Clint. Hi, Julie. How are you guys today? Thanks for coming. Good morning. It's morning. Doing all right. Just lurking, seeing what people are doing. Awesome. Awesome. I've got a, I'm gonna just do this a second. So you can see I've got a kitty friend here with me. This is Horace. Anyway. So this is one of his spots. So I literally have to remove the keyboard. Yeah. So he can sit here. And oh my gosh, did you see that? That was cat hair. It's insane. He's shedding so hardcore. Okay. So I didn't have it last week. We didn't meet last week because my parents were in town from Texas. And they are now back in Texas. So, so who's here? One person is still here. Is that Clint or Julie? Julie, I have a dog, but your cat is bigger. Oh my gosh, you have a small. What type of dog do you have, Julie? Because he's not that big. This is the little one. Oh, I have two brothers, and the other one is much bigger. So I wish you could see him all the time. Like I wish I had a little like cat cam because he's being really cute right now. So, so should I dive right into the bit we're going to be reading today, or you want more? We could chit chat some more. It's a shorter section. And it's on page 22. The Wise Women tradition is a both and universe. And then we're also going to start talking about violet flowers, or violets, today. So, yes, kitty. Yes, I'm sorry. Oh, a chihuahua. 6 pounds. Oh, I bet he's cute. That's awesome. This guy, he probably weighs like at least 10. So, yeah. Yeah. He's full grown. I've seen chihuahuas that just fit like literally almost in your hand. So, he's just, my cat's like, puppy, 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 puppy. My cat, so this one here is, his name is Horace. He also has he has two names. One is Horace, and then we also call him Hori. And then so he's got like a Japanese name as well. And then his brother is Eugene, or Yuji. And so, fun fact: if you've ever played video games, we were playing this game called Dragon Quest, and this gentleman named Yuji Horii. I can't remember what he does. He might direct it. He might do the music. So we were playing that game when we got the cats, and we just was like, we'll just do this. And then we just decided to give them like two other names. So Tabitha, that she sounds cute, Clint. I call his brother Eugene like Booger because he's just like he's a bully, so he gets he's being bad. Buddy. We had a neighbor and she had a cat. Don't, Horace. He's trying to attack the screen. Cat named Buddy, because she was always calling her animals Buddy, so she was named the cat Buddy. So, all right. Well, I'm just gonna jump right in. So now he's attacking me, so I'm gonna just let him be. He's often like on the arm of on the back of the couch in most of my videos. So hi everyone who just joined, welcome. We haven't started reading yet, so what we do if you're new is I read like a section of this book like a week, and then we also talk about in the back we discuss an herb, and usually it takes us several weeks to get through one herb. So if you have the book, you can read along. If not, I'm going to read it, and then, we can discuss. So it's a kind of a slow, gentle, like, meander through this book. The first part talks about 3 healing traditions, and we are in the largest section, which is the wise woman tradition. And we'll get to the scientific and the heroic as we go along. So, and then if you don't have the book and want to get the book and catch up, it's not going to take you too long because we're on page 22, and this is like part 8. So, hello, Clarissa, welcome. First time in a live with you. Pleased to meet you. Good to meet you too. Awesome. I'll just hold the book up again so that everyone can. It's Healing Wise by Susun Weed. And if you're interested in getting the book, there's links down in the description. Amazon has it. It's like $12, I think. And my cat is down here attacking the screen, so you can't see him. But okay, so I'm going to just start. And so this is the wise woman tradition is both and. So she's got little like chapters and stuff like that. Yeah, and then we'll discuss, see what you guys think about her ideas. And she's a little poetic in her writing, so it's sort of you'll see what I mean. Okay, so the both/and universe embraces all possibilities. The both/and universe is you see my cat is okay. Good boy. Good boy. All right, he's a little better. He's a little settled. He's excited. The both/and universe accepts every part of us. There is difference. There is distinction, but not opposition. In the both/and universe, opposites are not compromised and evened out, but united as powerful allies, each with individual uniqueness. The wise woman tradition asks us to nourish all parts of ourselves and to see our problems as allies, bringing gifts. Sometimes those gifts are the bad, and she put bad in quotes, parts of ourselves. We worry that if we nourish our bad parts, bad child, bad parent, bad person, bad lover, bad friend, we'll lose our good parts. We are used to an either/or universe where one is either good or bad, sick or well, dead or alive. Got some coffee. Is anyone drinking anything tasty this morning? Or if it's morning, it's late morning here. Okay. In the wise woman tradition, we are both good and bad simultaneously. We find missing parts of ourselves when we ask to see the gifts disguised as problems that our allies bring. We may discover the bad child who is an important part of the real child. Following the wise woman ways, we nourish the bad child. We nourish by listening to the child's needs and answering them. We nourish by providing time for communication. And we find ourselves more whole, more holy, more real, more joyous, more alive. As a result, not bad as we feared. So it's a really interesting concept. We are both sick and well at the same time in the wise woman tradition. From one viewpoint, we know that different parts of us are healthy and sick. From another viewpoint, we understand that sickness builds health. An immune system unused is an immune system falling into disuse. People who suddenly die from cancer and heart attacks are often people who were never sick a day in their lives. Clarissa says, UK. It's I'm in the UK, 4:15 p.m. Need coffee. So large one on waiting. So large one on whilst ironing and tuned in. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Yeah, this is usually I just have 1 cup of coffee, but today I am having some more. Since so it's that kind of day. Julia had coffee earlier, now drinking Powerade. It's a good time for that. I really just had breakfast, so I tend to have a long morning because I go running and then I went to the grocery store, so but okay. But I usually like to drink tea during the lives. So what do you guys think so far about this idea of the fact that seeing our health issues as not bad and as in fact helpers, and that she's asking us to think about embracing all the parts of ourselves, even the parts that we don't like or don't feel comfortable with. I think that's really cool. Understanding the gifts of health in every illness, we follow the wise woman ways and try to nourish ourselves in sickness as in health. How difficult it can be. How little we feel we deserve. How little we love ourselves when we are not well, not able. Even if we are only partially unable, even if we know we will recover shortly, we don't love ourselves as whole. We don't, cat, I don't know if you can see him. We don't open our hearts to our own holiness. Has anyone ever experienced this? I have experienced this because I've had a lot of autoimmune stuff, where and you could say in general that if you get sick, it's just not your fault, but it feels like your fault. And and this is sort of saying, it's not your fault. You're not bad. You're still worthy of health and love, and you didn't do this on purpose. I mean, of course, if you smoke a lot of cigarettes or take a lot of drugs, you're helping along. Maybe that, you're not helping yourself be well, but and sometimes there's a genetic proclivity to certain diseases. I'm just, hold on, I'm going to read the chat. So Clarissa says, it can be an indication to change something for the better or to listen to our bodies that they ask us to do. Self-love and self-healing. Yeah, totally. And I, you know, like when I was, so I have IBS and which is irritable bowel syndrome. And it's very a mind-body thing. And I was totally like, when I was getting sicker, and I just was totally ignoring my body. And so I got sicker and sicker because my body was yelling at me louder and louder, you have to address this issue. And so once I started stopping, and it took a while, and started addressing the issue, then I started getting better. And every time, like now I have a physical issue because my issues manifest physically, my, like a lot of my emotional issues or my, you know, I have to take a look and be like, what's going on? Maybe I need to adjust something. Julie says, me too, had coffee with Reese's peanut butter creamer. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know they made that. And bagels with cinnamon brown sugar cream cheese. Holy cow, you're killing me. That's all. Wow. That's a breakfast, Julie. That is awesome. So a friend of mine posts, does nothing to do with Reese's creamer, but a little bit. A friend of mine posted on Facebook a picture of some place selling Heinz ketchup ice cream, which is totally wacky. So Carissa, I have an underactive thyroid. Yeah, autoimmune, and it's tough. Autoimmune is hard, and especially since it's people don't see that on the outside. So I find as I get older, body is falling apart. Yeah. It's, I feel like we in the society we live, we don't know how to kind of, as we get older, how to take care of ourselves, or I don't know how I don't know the wording here, but so Julie, I would sometimes it's genetic, and I would definitely you know, try to listen to the needs of your body and see if you can make some adjustments and do some healing, because it's, you know, it's not too late. As we age, that does happen. You kind of things don't work as well, but I fully believe that if you can identify what part needs more help, then you can help it to function at least better through herbs or other methods. But there's some hope. There's, you know, but yeah, we're all sort of headed towards certain parts not working, and that's something that we don't often talk about in our society. Okay, you know, and we don't include our elders in our society either. Big topic. So I'm gonna stop it right now. I'm gonna stop talking about it, but very under talked about and very important topic to discuss. So maybe at some point we'll talk about it. So artsy girl Marilyn, sorry. George's aloe for IBS, part of fibro. Yes, definitely. Aloe is awesome. So everyone might not be familiar with, everyone's probably familiar with the external aloe. You put it on for like sunburns and stuff, but like you can drink it internally. It's different aloe, so it'll be in a sort of a different section in your health food store. And I drink like a cup of it a day at night, and it's extremely helpful for like all this hot, irritated digestive system. I like Lakewood for the taste. Now, if you haven't had aloe before, it tastes weird. But I really like Lakewood brand, and I just get the juice because of the gel. You don't really need it. It's just a weird, it makes the consistency weirder. Like, so, yeah, I just recommend you giving that a shot. You can mix it with like juice. I just drink it straight up. Yeah, so aloe, awesome. I totally agree. I'm on my aloe tangent now. So, okay, so I'm going to finish the section going on here. Welcome everyone who has come in. If anyone new people have come in, we're on page 23 of the Healing Wise by Susun Weed. So let's see where I am. In the wise woman tradition, we are alive and dead at the same time. Each second, a million new cells in each of us stir to life. Each second, a million more cells expire, die. Breathing in, we inspire and live. Breathing out, we expire and die. Our death gives life to others. The death of others, plants and animals, gives life to us. Now I eat you, now you eat me. Chaos, permeability, and nonsense are honored in the wise woman tradition. Not instead of, but in addition to honoring other boundaries and logic. Life and death coexist. There is no pitched battle. There are no enemies in the wise woman tradition. The next time you have to make a choice between try this, change the or to and look at your decision from a place of inclusion. Let each new vista appear. Let the spiraling path of the wise woman tradition become more visible to you. Hi, Zenjo. I'm having a good morning. Yes, welcome. Well, I've got a little stomach grump, but you know, that happens with me anyway. Okay, so that is our section. And then next week, we are going to pick up on page 24. And it's the wise woman tradition is heart-centered. Hi, Tangerine. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning, Vietnam. Yeah. All right. Hi, Junebug. Oh, I'm me. I'm Junebug. I need more coffee, I guess. You've got coffee, Tanger. Doing all right. Doing all right. We just finished reading our section in the Wise Woman, about the Wise Woman tradition. And we're going to go on to talking about violets. I just removed my bookmark. I did. Yes, I just sat down outside for my morning coffee and smoke. Awesome! Awesome! Yeah, I got some extra coffee today. So I'm trying to like follow sort of the seasons around and what plants are planting or up or growing at the time we're sort of going over them. So I am on page 237 for anyone who has the book. And this is a lovely picture. I love the illustrations in the book. They're super nice. And so what she does is she kind of anthropomorphizes the plant. So you can sort of get a sense of the personality of the plant if you don't know the plant. It's a sort of a meet and greet. And then she also she goes into like the properties of the plant, what it does, how to use it, and then also wonderful recipes, which that you could, like food, like salads. She's got a lotion. She's got even a fertilizer that you can make. So, and I have yet figured out how to post some of these. So I do have a Facebook group for this book club. It's an Herbal Book Club. I have the links in the description, and you know, and that's where the conversation will continue throughout the week. So if you got any like awesome violet recipes or like thoughts on the plant violet, or you either food or medicine, that would be a place to post it. And then if like any ideas about what we've read come up, you know, feel free to post it. We'll continue the discussion. So Zen Joe says, I'm a coffee thief. Just saying, keep a very close eye on your mug. Oh yeah. So my husband drinks a lot of coffee, and so if in the morning, he eats way before me. So if I don't get I pour a big cup, or like a big cup of coffee, and I just leave it out. And then later on I microwave it, because if I don't do that, he can drink the whole pot and I won't get any. Of course, he's like, well, I'll make you a new pot, which is fine, which is cool, but which is really, you know, nice of him. But he's just like, he's drink cup after cup. But for me, it's like usually 1 cup, maybe. Some days it's like 2. So, but yeah. And I never used to even drink that. So, but I think as I've gotten older, I've just been loving the coffee more. Oh yeah, you could, Julie. Yeah, and you know what? So this book here is falling apart, and so it's the Herbal Book Club, and there's a link in the description. And then there's like a couple short questions to join, and that's it. Coffee is life, Tange. Totally. Even though like I don't drink a lot, I'd miss it. I was like, even if I drink like a tiny bit, I'm like, I'm loving the coffee. So yeah, so my book is totally falling apart. I had to, oh my gosh, look at this. So I desperately need a new book, and that's an awesome idea. Like, because when this falls apart, I can use this book, and I can even, you know, and I can use the recipes, and I can color, and I can do art. And I'm working on, given time, I'm working on something called a Materia Medica, which is basically a big book of information about all the plants in one spot. So inspired by Tangerine is a book of shadows. So it's sort of going to be done in a similar way. And I'm probably going to also include the magical properties of the plant. So, you know, I guess it'll be both herbal, practical, and other. I'm not sure, but so far I've painted 2 pages of my book. So yes, I love the image. I love this lady sleeping under the violet plant. So, I mean, does anyone have violets blooming now? For us, the violets blooming season is over, and but the leaves are still around, and they're gonna get they're gonna start getting eaten by bugs. But and I make a violet infused oil. So does anyone make anything from violets, or eat them in anything? They're really tasty. I like to just pop them in my mouth. Make sure that you know that that the land you're harvesting from hasn't been like sprayed with chemicals, or like a dog hasn't gone and peed on the plants before you eat them. So, all right, so I'm going to read some of this. And this is Violet Speaks. Yeah, Julie, I also don't drink soda. So yeah, coffee is my only caffeine. A lot of people I work with drink energy drinks, and even the natural yerba mate stuff, I just don't drink them at all, so I don't think they're good for you. But, okay. When my grandmother stopped, when my grandfather stopped and told me to ask permission of the forest spirits before we entered, I said, I heard her say, by the brightness of her own white hair, I knew her grandfather was himself one of the forest spirits by now. I waited until I knew we could enter. I was about 10, powerful, certain, awe, alive. It was easy then to know the right way immediately and seize it. We walked on along the path silently, awe of the breathing and beating of life within and without us. I would say I felt joyous and glorious, yet without any introspection. I existed in wholeness. She continued. I am so glad she decided to sit here with her friends and tell her story. How attractive and sweet smelling she is. I wonder what her name is. Perhaps I'll never know. I would like to know more about her. We walked without hurry. It seems to be a little story that she's telling here. It's a little different than the dandelion one, where she definitely anthropomorphized the dandelion. So, Julie, let's see. I agree. I agree about the chocolate. So I'm not sure if this is Violet talking, but I'm going to keep reading. We walked without hurry, stopping to refresh ourselves and amuse ourselves with the gurgling, chilly stream, who was relaxing now from her early spring rushes and chuckling a bit at her earlier haste. We splashed each other gently. I felt fully blessed by the universe and the water spirits. She closed her eyes as if to enjoy anew the tremendous feeling of tiny cold water droplets on her so receptive skin. How alike we are. The early morning mist suits me, and the stream bank too. Though I do try to grow high up on the banks. I believe this is Violet speaking now, and yeah, at least high enough to miss these springtime rushes she mentioned. Yes, I like to live where I'm moist and shaded, like here along the stream side path. So good for the complexion. I wonder where she lives. I wonder what her name is. She is so fine to look at, to listen to smell. So I think she's talking about the human who's walking, the humans, and this is the violet talking. So violets do like to grow kind of in shady areas, a little bit protected. Not, my friend has them not by a stream, but they are in a little protected area. And my parents, when they had their land here before they moved, they had a whole row of forsythias, which are these big bushes with yellow flowers in the spring, and they were all under them, all hidden. So yes, shy violets, Tange, yes. So do you think of that when you're looking for these tiny plants? And of course, they're easier to spot in the when they're flowering. I mean, of course, they also grow like in the middle of a yard, but I think for the most part, they prefer these sort of out of the way, shadier places. So. We walked until we reached the high meadow and stopped at the edge of the clearing. I heard my grandfather whisper in my ear, a sacred place, a holy place, a place of great medicine, a place of power. The meadow was filled with translucent, numerous light shining from within the throats of hundreds of small, bright wildflowers. Light singing from the feathers of birds and the wings of butterflies. Light welling up out of the earth and out of my body as well. Here's another little picture of violets. And the leaves are heart-shaped. So let's see. Clarissa, a tiny solitary one, grew in my neighbor's front yard. In all her years living there, she's never seen one. Magic for sure. Yeah, they are. Now maybe it'll come back too, because plants tend to move around, and sometimes the patch you went to one year, it's not there anymore, or it's sort of moved a little bit, which is interesting. So hopefully your neighbor will have more violets. So let's see. Okay. I do enjoy her voice. It is so refined and crisp, yet so juicy, soothing and easy. If I could talk, I think my voice might be very like that, full of heartfelt emotion, bold, resourceful, yet gentle and calming. Yes, my voice would be very like hers. I wonder what her name is. My eyes seemed to open more and more to the light. My skin extended for yards all about me, it seemed. I could feel the breezes of the flights of the insects. Then, resonating in my head, come, grandfather, come. Then, resonating in my head, came grandfather's voice. You are here today to find your first green ally. Green filled my entire vision, a mysteriously moving, glimmering, consistently changing pattern of green. I was to find a green ally? A green ally, my first green ally. A green ally? I wonder what that is. I wonder where she lives. I've never seen her here before. I wonder if she'll come back again. I wonder what her name is. What a delicate fragrance emanates from her. Sorry, this is the violet speaking. Hopefully the switching is, so she's got some italicized. So hopefully the switching is obvious, but maybe I will state that for everyone. The lawn is alive with a touch of magic. La 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 la. It is. If I need something difficult, I use an accent. LOL, it helps. No, I'm not good with the accents. Too bad you're not here. I could have you do Violet's voice, Tange, and I would just do the person's voice. That would be cool. We'll have a little play going on. So this is Violet speaking. Violet's like, what's a green ally? I don't know, right? So, okay. And this is the person, the human. In the midst of this green pattern, purple lights glowed softly. I found myself drawn to those gentle, lambent lights. I felt that I myself had existed in these purple lights. No, it was some far darker part of myself that existed there and called to me. Some part of myself that reached through the generations right back to the ancient mother of all, calling to me, and some part of me from the future called as well. Some part of myself that I would be when I was old, perhaps even myself of today, calling to me, calling to me. And this is a violet again. Could I call to her? Would she hear me? Would she stop her story and look around if I called to her? How can I call her if I don't know her name? And the person? Yeah, that would be awesome, Tanj. And this is the person calling to me. I answered with my presence. I heard her calling. I went to her. She was calling now, with voice and with seemingly sweet scent. I settled to the ground beside her, on top of her, within her. She called me further and further within her. I gazed into purple passages lined with shimmering golden floors. I entered her world. I answered her call. I felt her roots as my own, and I knew of my poisonous protection, rarely needed and so hidden in my roots. I felt her leaves as my own, and I knew my abundant green power to nourish, accessible, and available. I felt her flowers as my own, and I knew my mind was majestically purple and open to resplendent glory. So you can eat the leaves and the flowers, and I do not believe you can eat the roots. So, Clarissa, this book invokes such strong imagery, powerful and energetic. It does, and it's very poetic, and it's written like no other herb book that I know. And you really do get a sense of how it would be to sort of make that connection with this plant. And and then when it helps you make a connection with the plant too. And I don't know if anyone's experienced something similar to what she's describing, but I've had similar experiences with plants that this reminds me of. And so, I mean, when you start working with them, when you start harvesting them and making medicine of them, you really do get a sense of the plant and their personality, and or at least I feel like I did. And then and then you're more able to spot. We call it the green wall because all of the when you're looking at it like a forest or a lawn, at first everything looks the same. It looks green. It's just you can't figure out like the distinctions. But as you learn the plants, you'll be able to see through that and pick out, oh, this is a violet, and this is the the mugwort, and this is the blah blah blah, and this tree is this, and this tree is that, and so it yes. Can you make violet wine? Like you can wish dandelion wine is delish. I wonder what violet wine would taste like. Yeah, I think you can make violet wine. Let's see if she. Let's see if she has anything. She doesn't, but I don't see why not. She's got this lovely, you can do this. This is Rosemary's Violet Moon Dreams Brew. Place an amethyst crystal in a crystal, place an amethyst in a crystal goblet. Fill the goblet to the top with violet blossoms and pure water. Stir the violet amethyst goblet in the sit the violet amethyst goblet in the full moonlight. Drink half with arising and half before going to sleep. So that sounds really awesome. But yeah, let me remember to write that down, to look up. No pens. Where are my pens? To look that up, and then I can post it on the Facebook group. If Violet, yes, Clarissa. Many moons ago in France, I had violet syrup. Yeah, I'm gonna also. You can make lovely violet syrup. You can make candied. Oh wait, hold on. I've got so many recipes. This is a decent book. Growing 101 Herbs That Heal. This is one of my very first books. Oh my gosh, I don't even know if I'll be able to find it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Crystallized herbs. So yeah, crystallized herbs is a delicious way to use therapeutic herbs, like having a sweet treat. It's really good for you. Start by preparing a medicinal honey, but you don't have to do that. Oh, this is different. Okay. Yeah. Delicious and crystallized healthy herbs, violet flowers. I'll write this recipe down too because I'm going to have to read it more to see. But you can crystallize the violet flowers, and they just sound amazing. Let me write down violet wine ? And then syrup. I have a recipe for that. And then crystallized flowers. Yeah. Or that anyone finds an awesome recipe, feel free to post it. You could also post it in the descriptions here. Or if you want to do the Facebook group, you can do that as well too. Lavender water, salt taffy. Nice. Ooh. Violet taffy would be nice. Yeah. So, yeah, like, I think it's like toffee. Yeah, Carissa, yeah. So, Tanja, I'm not sure on the flavor, but that would be neat. Find violet taffy. So, if you infuse it in white, if you make a vinegar from it and you infuse it in white vinegar, it'll turn purple instead of apple cider vinegar, which is neat. So, all right, almost done with this part. Yes, kitty. Look, it's my kitty. It's my kitty. I can't see, kitty. Can't see. Come on, sit down. Sit down, buddy. Sit down. Yeah. He's he's hanging out with us today. Had to remove the keyboard. But yeah. Okay. A little petting. So this is the violet. Purple. Why? We are a lot alike. My favorite color is purple. Purple with a little yellow. Purple with a little white. Or several shades of purple all together. If I must, I'll wear white or yellow, but I do try to keep a touch of purple present. Subdued purple and startling purple. If it's purple, I love it. She has on a nice purple scarf and a purple hat as well. I wonder what her name is. Would she respond if I call to her? How can I call to her if I don't know her name? And then this is the person again. Purple. And in honor of my first green ally, my first and still favorite friend, my favorite sweet aunt of a plant, I will always wear some purple. And as you know, I took her name as well. Name, took her name, Violet, Violet, Violet. Like these right here. Violet. That's me. Oh. All right. So that is page 239. We're gonna stop there. Carissa, so sorry, but I have to go prepare dinner, mac and cheese. Yes. I'll be right over, dude. Mac and cheese everyone wants by. Bless be all. Have a good day, beautiful. Love and light. Thanks for having me. You're welcome. Welcome. You're welcome and welcome. And thank you for coming and have an awesome dinner and night. We are almost done, so like you're not gonna miss too much more. I'm done with all of the reading. So and then next week we'll be back. But yeah, so next week we'll pick up with 240, which is Violet Facts, which is all the common names, all the fun little tidbits about Violet, and then we will also continue with the Wise Woman Tradition part, which is heart-centered, which is a little longer section. So yeah, let me put all my bookmarks up. I got these awesome postcards from my local bookstore, my local awesome bookstore here, Cherish Your Wildness. And then I got this one, The Earth is What We All Have in Common. So, and they're sort of being my my bookmarks. Uh-oh. Yeah, and the reason we're going sort of this kind of slowness is, one, I don't have time to read, so I decided to read it, live, and also because I thought it would be neat to just take your time. Philo writing recipe on Pinterest, awesome. Are you able to link, Julie, link that somehow? Or leave the link in the comments so everyone can find it. Thank you for finding it. It's awesome. Oh, cool. Artsy girl. Marilyn, thank you. I will approve your membership shortly. So cool. I also, Clarissa, yes, I definitely look forward to seeing you next time. And thanks for joining. We had quite a bunch today, which is awesome. So usually it lasts about an hour and a half. Today I think I'm gonna wrap up because I gotta run. We're done with our reading, and I gotta run to the post office and do some other stuff. You're welcome, Tange. Thanks for joining. It's I've been off for like a week, or it feels like more. But I hope everyone has an awesome day. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up. I think, you know, if you're new and haven't subscribed, and, you know, consider that. Although I think everyone here is a subscriber. Or if you're watching this back in the replay. Yeah, we'll be back. Aw, bye, Tand. I love you guys. Have a great week. I am working desperately on getting some other videos up on this channel. So I've got like three unboxings to do, at least. So so yes, definitely. Okay, guys, me and Hor. Here, I'm gonna. Kitty. Kitty says hi. Yes, yeah. Kitty says hi and bye. And we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Whoa, whoa. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, I gotta fix that camera. All right, guys. Bye. Oh, Horace, I gotta get to the button. Oh my gosh.